Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make that beautiful necklace that you just saw a picture of. And the materials I'm using to make that necklace are from the Preciosa Crystal and Pearl box. I got this box from beadingschool.com by Erica Sandor. And this was the romantic color mix. There's several other color mixes to choose from. I'm going to leave a link for this box down there below. This is not a subscription box. You can order this at any time. And it doesn't matter what color you get. You can pick any color mix to make this project because they all have the same sizes and shapes of beads. Now this is my second tutorial using this box. The first tutorial I did, I made this ring right here. I had a blast making this. It is so pretty. And I will leave a link for this ring. I did a new ring band, by the way. Brand new ring band in case you didn't see it. I will leave the link to this ring tutorial down there below in the description bar. And I'm also going to leave a link for this subscription box right here. And I just want to show you, these are the beads and crystals that came in the box. And I've already used several of them to make this ring. And I'm using more right here to make this necklace, so you're still gonna have a lot left over after these two projects, and you could do whatever you want with the rest. There is still a bunch of stuff in there, as you can see. Pretty awesome. Alright, so let's talk about this design here. Now, I've been working on this design for probably over a week. I have changed it so much. This necklace here, normally a design like this, it looks like it's done in 3 separate pieces, but I didn't want to cut 3 separate pieces of thread and weave it all together. That's what you normally do when you have a design that looks like this, because it looks like a pendant in the middle with 2 other pieces on the sides. This is actually all done with 1 thread, and I just figured out how to do it. And I wish that I had a finished piece right here so I can refer back to it as I'm making it, because I like to do that a lot. And every time I have worked on this necklace, I've changed something else about it, so chances are I probably will still alter it during the video, so it's kind of like we're designing this necklace together. So let's go over the list of materials, and first thing you're going to need is going to be fireline. I'm using 6 feet of 8-pound fireline. You're also going to need a size 10 beading needle. You will need a 16mm Preciosa Rivoli. This was in my box. Look at this color. It's purple and blue, and I also see pink in there. So pretty. I love that. And then the next thing is 2 8mm Preciosa Rivolis. Pink. Those are gorgeous. And then right here I have 12 4mm Preciosa faceted rounds. This is a gorgeous purple. It's like a violet purple, and has an AB finish on it. Okay, and then here I have 16 3mm Preciosa bicones. I need to get more 3mm bicones in my stash, because I only have 3mm bicones and I think 2 colors. And then for the seed beads, I'm using 2 different sizes. I'm using 11-0 Miyuki seed beads. These are Jericho Gold. And then I'm using 15-0 seed beads. And if you want, you can do all 115, but I'm doing 2 so you could see the detail better. Right, so this is the list of materials. I hope that I have not forgotten anything, and I will put the list down there below in the description bar. The first thing we're going to do is bezel the Rivoli, and I'm going to make a circle of 15 and 11-0 seed beads, but I'm not going to tie a knot. Sometimes when I design something, I like to tie a knot at the beginning and I go along beading, but sometimes I find when I design certain projects that if I tie a knot at the beginning, the piece won't relax properly and it causes it to warp. So for this design, I'm going to pick up an 11-0 seed bead, 4 15s. So I have an 11, 4 15s, and I'm going to pick up another 11 and 4 15s, and I'm going to be repeating this over and over. So here are all of my beads, and I have picked up, I like to split this up because it helps me see better what I got. Okay, I have 8 11-0 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then in between, I have 4 15s, okay? And I have 8 groups of 4 15-0 seed beads in between the 11s. So just like that, you want to string your beads, okay? The gold beads are actually marking where we are going to be coming out and making a fancy design. So I think I'm going to leave, I usually do a 6-inch tail, but because I have done so much changing to this design, and I might do even more changing, it's actually driving me crazy, I'm going to do a very short tail. I'm going to do a 4-inch tail to be safe. Okay, like a 4 to 5. I'm going to pass back through all of these seed beads again. Okay, just like this. We're making a circle. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not going to be adding any more beads like I did last time. Yeah, so it's actually about 4.5, so I'll leave it there. We're not tying any knots. We tie a knot here, but we're not going to do it this time. I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to pass. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to take my needle and pass through this 11-0 and 4 15s. Okay? Pull this tight. Alright, this is what I have. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to pass back through these beads again, but I'm not going to pass through the gold one because I want the gold one to pop out for us. So through there, okay, through the 4, and right now the thread's on top, it's not popping out yet, but it will. We're going to make it as we go along, so I'm skipping over that 11, going through these 4, and passing through this a 3rd time, it's going to make it be like we have a knot, okay, again passing over the 11, going through there. I'm going to stop and pull this tight, and you'll see how they pop out. Okay, so go all the way around, pass through these 4 here. If you feel friction, you're probably puncturing your thread, and just back your needle out, adjust your beads a little bit, and go back through. That's what I always do. Okay, for those 4, through the next 4, we're almost to the beginning. We just want to go full circle. Through these. Okay, I'm going to stop, pull these tight. Come on, pop out. Get that one right there. Alright, it's working. See it taking shape? I have one more 11 here to skip. I'm going to go through these 4 15s. Okay, and also through that 11. Because I've already made that, see that one there? That's popping out. I've already been through there. That was the first one I went through. So I'm going to go through these, and I got to make sure don't puncture my thread. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, that's my last row there, and then through this 11, we're now stepping up to our next row. Pull this tight, make sure all of those beads are sticking out. You can pull both threads like that. Okay, that is what I need. Perfect, just like that. Now we're going to pick up 3 15s and 1 11, and I like the thicker ones. You know, when you're a seed beater, you're picky about which seed beads you pick up. You try to get the lighter ones. So I have this, okay, from this 11 into the next. And this is going to create a point. It's going to look like a star. Okay, I'm going to do this all the way around. 3 15s, an 11, and 3 15s. Like this. into the next. See how we did that, right? And it's making the gold, because we went around here and we did that, it makes the gold seed beads stick out easily for us. Also, it's going to make the shape prettier, the end result. Okay, again, do the next seed bead in the circle, just like that. Okay, now I will stop here. I'm going to pull this tight. I'm going to grab this 15-0 and I'm going to make this 15-0, not 15. See, I knew I would do this. I'm going to grab this 11, the gold 11, and make it pop out like that. So you just grab that center bead, you wiggle it. Okay. Like that. And I'm just going to continue all the way around, and I will come back and show you what to do once you complete this row. Okay, here I am, the last point. I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to pass through this 11, like that. Pull my tail through and pop this bead out, just like that. You know, earlier I said it looked like a star, but now that I have all of it done, I think it looks more like a sun or a flower. Next thing I'm going to do is change my color now, because this is actually the very base where these beads here are all stitched around. Right now I'm going up so I can add my rivoli. So I have to make this dimensional, and I'm going to pick up 3 15s in the pink color, and then my gold bead, and 3 15s. Okay, just like this. I'm going to pass through the next gold. So we're doing the same thing that we just did here. It's just going to be stacked on top of the blue. We actually won't be seeing this blue here. It's going to be on the back side, but it's part of the base and what creates our bezel. Okay, I'm going to do this all the way around. 3 pink, an 11-0, and 3 pink. Through the next gold. And I'm not going to worry about fixing the points on these until I get a few rows done, because it will just get loose as I go. Okay, like that, to the next. So I'll do one more, and then I'll go back and fix those points. 3 gold and 3 pinks. 4. Okay, there's 3. Like that, and through the next gold. Okay, stop. Pull this tight. I'm going to take my needle, lift up this gold. This right here is like one of the most important parts to get this right. Come on. Stand up. Okay, just like that. See how they're standing up? You want it to be pointed just like that. Because when we go around the rivoli, if it's not pointed like that, it's going to look really weird. Okay, but again, we'll still have to fix it more later. It's just how it is. But as long as we get the tension just right, we're good to go. Okay? And don't fret if you have issues, because there's always ways you could fix something. So right there are my beads again, going through here. And I'm going to continue going all the way around. I'm now back here at the beginning. I'm going to go through the gold. I don't know if I should bend it and go through. Let me see. Let's see. Can I do it? I think I'm just going to go like this. and then come back through, because I don't want to puncture my thread. Okay, and I want to exit out of this gold seed bead. That's the goal right there. Okay, pull all that through. Pull this tight so those points stayed there. I just have to fix the last 4 that I added. So I'm going to pull this tight and pop these out. I'm now changing my color back to the blue, and again we're going to do 3 15s, a gold, and 3 15s. Just like this. I'm going to go through the next point. So see how easy it is to go through that bead, because I took the time to make sure it was sticking out for us. Okay, 3 again in a gold, 3 again, like that, and through the next gold in the pink point, not the blue. I mean, on this side. We're working on the pink side. Okay. Again, I'm going to do this all the way around. 3 15s, 1 11, and 3 15s. Do that one right there. Okay, I'm back and I've gone all the way around. I have my last row right here. I'm going to pass through this gold, through the 3 15s, and through the next gold. So now I'm stepping up to the middle, and we're going to be closing this up. Okay. So that's the back. This is the top. I'm going to pick up 3 15s in pink. I'm going to skip over these, and I have to go through this because this is actually the next point. Right now this is not pointed, but once I pull this tight it will point for us. So there's 3. Okay, and I'm not going to pull this tight yet because we have to have our rivoli in there, and we can't put the rivoli in until we go all the way around. So 3 again. The next one, well, not the next one, you're skipping that one. You're skipping over 7 seed beads. You're going to the gold one that you just put in the middle there. Okay, and don't worry about these flipping over because we can adjust them. You can adjust them now, I guess, if you want, but we will be adjusting all of this once we get all the way around. 3 beads again. Pull through, 3 again. Okay, see that? We're sitting up top there. You know what, I'm going to show you. If you pull it, see how they start to go in and they point? That's what we're going to have. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way around and I will be back. Okay, I have gone all the way around, started here. 3 seed beads. As you could see, I added time in between. Now I'm back at the start, so I'm going to pass through the beginning. Okay. All of those 3 seed beads we did in between the gold, they're going to come up to the top. We're going to pop our stone in. And all of this here wants to be messy on us, but we're not going to let it. Okay, you're going to need a bead awl at this point, or I like to use a T-pen. It's what I've been using a lot. I'm going to have to pass through some more beads. So I'm going to go, so the tension's right, I'm going to go through, I actually will reinforce this a complete second time, but right now it's really messy, so I'm going to go through these three, through this gold, okay, and then through the next three, and through that gold. Okay, pull it down. Let's see. Is everybody where they need to be? Almost. Okay, I'm gonna keep going through the next three, through this gold. It's not gonna look tidy until you get all the way around a second time. Through these three, through the next gold. We're just going back through all of those beads that we just added in the last row there. See? I'm pulling it tight. It gets better and better. Through these. The gold. I'm going to pull this tight here before I pull all that through. Okay. Now I'm going to stop and clean this up. So our points are not clean right now. They're really messy. So I take this all, not all, you can use it all, and I go like this. You have to pop out that gold bead. This gold bead right here in each of the points. See? Go around, go like this, go from the side, and also go from the bottom to the top there, and you'll have to pull that thread tight up there again because it keeps getting loose on us. You know what? I think I'm going to go around a few more times and then we'll come back and readjust. The gold. Am I at the beginning yet? Let's see. We could tell by lifting this up. Yeah, there's two threads right there. Okay, so I'm going to pull that tight. So that's what it looks like. And I really like this bezel I created because there's holes in the sides. The light comes through all around, because it's not completely closed off. There's openings. So I'm just going to tidy up these points. Pop these beads out. That gold bead is our center point there. Stop and pull the thread tight again. Alright. It just takes a lot of fidgeting. I'm pulling this tight and I'm gonna step down to where I need to go next, because that should help us keep this from loosening up. I'm gonna take the needle and I'm gonna go through these blue 15s right here. There's 3 of them. Come on. Right there. Okay? Coming out right there. I'm going to go through here. And then I'm going to go through this gold. I'm going to sew down through this pink. And then I'm going to go through this gold. Here, we're going down at an angle. It's like we're stepping down. Through that gold. And then through these 3. And through the gold there, the point. Like that. Okay. Pull that tight. And then I can go back and fidget with this. So I will probably fast forward this because all I'm doing is I'm popping our beads out. So it looks like a sun or a star on the top. So you want these to be pointed like that. Pop that bead out. You know what I probably could have done to make this easier, and I feel like there's just a billion steps in this design, is I could have went through this blue row here. a second time and made those gold beads pop out by skipping that bead, like we did at the very beginning. But there's just so many steps. As you see, you'll see as I go on, this is probably going to be a very long video, that there is a lot of things we have to do. And like I said, every time I go to work on designing this, I see something else that can be done. So I'm going to fidget with this, get this all tidy, and I will be back. So I'm back, and I got it all. You can see they're all pointed now. So yeah, what I could have done when I went to go do the blue row is I could have, or actually the pink row is the problem. When I got done with the pink row, instead of picking up the beads for the blue row, I would go back through the pink again, skip over the gold to make that bead stick out. You know what I'm saying? But that's just another step in this project. And I'm going to pick up a gold seed bead, a 4mm, and a gold seed bead, like this. And I'm going to go through the next gold point in the bottom now. We're working the bottom. So we have our bezel all done, and now we're going to the bottom. And this is the part that I like. Just going around and around, adding beads. An 11-0 seed bead, a 4mm, an 11-0, and then go through the next point. This here is easy. We're going to go all the way around doing this. Like that. To the next point. Alright, here I am. I'm adding my last row. I'm going to go through that gold seed bead in the middle, and then I'm going to step up and go through this gold. Okay, and then pull this tight. And right now, if you wanted to, this could be a ring. Right now. All you gotta do is add this fancy ring band. And if you want, I will leave a link, like I said, I will leave a link for this ring down there below, and you could do this ring band to this, and you have yourself a ring. And there was 2 of these. There's still another one of those rivolis in the box, so you can complete this whole necklace, and then you can come back and do this again and make a ring, a matching ring to the pendant. Okay, so this is what I have. Now, coming out of this 11-0 seed bead, I'm going to pick up one 15-0 in blue, my 3mm bicone, a 15-0 in pink, 3mm bicone, and a blue 15-0. Just like this. Coming out here, I'm going to go through that 11-0, skipping over the 4. Okay, and this bicone area we just had, it's going to surround that bead like that. Okay, and then on top of the gold seed beads, we're going to pick up 3 pink 15s, and then go through this gold, and doing this is going to make the seed beads point for us. Okay, so we have this. Now I'm going to be repeating these 2 steps right there all the way around. So again, a 15, a 3mm, a pink 15, a 3mm, and a blue 15. Skipping over the 4 and through this 11, and then 3 15s, and through this 11. We're skipping over the middle 11. Make that point there. It actually does want to do it by itself. Okay, and then a blue 15, a 3mm, a pink, a bicone 15, like this. Through there. 3 pink. Through here. Just like this. Now they're going to flip See, they're gonna go up and down, but we will fix that. We'll come back and we're gonna add more beads. So we're gonna make it stop doing that. Okay. So again, okay, here is my last row. I'm gonna go through the gold right there like I have been this entire time, all the way around. Repeat, repeat. 3 11s, 3 15s, they're not 11s. Okay, so right here I am going through this gold. Pull it tight, and this is what I have. Okay, you want to make sure there's no thread exposed all the way around. Now what I have to do is I have to pass up through this blue 15 and through the 3mm. I then pick up a pink 15, an 11-0, and a pink 15. Go down through this bicone, okay, like that. And these beads, hold tight, they're going to sit just like this, okay? And then when you come out of the bicone, pick up a 15 and go through the point right there in the middle. This is going to make this sturdy so it doesn't flip. We're connecting these two areas here. It's going to make it flat like that. Another gold, go up through this bicone, okay, and then pick up a 15, an 11, and a 15, go down through this bicone. So we're only using, in this row, we are only using the bicones to stitch through the beads that are already in there, and we're picking up 15s in pink and 11-0 in gold. That's what I have so far. I'm going to keep going. Coming out here, I need another 11. I'm going to go through this pink point right there. Okay, another 11. Go up through just the bicone. Pull it tight like that. And then a 15, an 11, and a 15. I want some wider 11s. Let's see. Okay, there's one. Because I'm going to be attaching beads to these areas here, so I want to make sure that I'm using some strong beads. Through this bicone, pick up a 3, not a 3, pick up an 11, good grief, man, through this 15, another, and then up through this bicone. So I'm gonna be doing this all the way around until I get back to the beginning, and I will come back and show you what to do for the next row. Okay, so this is what I have. Now if it starts to curve, push these down. Okay, like that. Pull this tight. That's what it looks like from the side. Pretty. Now, when I first designed this, I did it in bronze. And then last minute, right before I go to film this tutorial, I'm like, let's do gold instead. So then I went and I put the bronze away and I got my gold out. So this is the first time I'm seeing it like this. Okay, so again, right here. Okay, here I am. I think this is my last bead. Coming out at 15, I'm going to go up through this back home. Okay. Pull this tight. And there we go. That's so pretty. The gold makes it very bright compared to the bronze. Bronze made it dark, but the bronze made it look vintage. And look at that stone. It is so bright because of the holes here on the side. The light goes through it. Makes it look even more prettier. To do the last row, I'm going to go through this 15 that I just added. Okay. And through the 11. I'm going to pick up 4 15s, just like this, and I'm going to go through this gold seed bead that we just added. Okay, those ones that we added right there on the 15s. And what this is going to do, it's going to create an outline around this piece. And it's going to make it pop even more. So there's 4, oops, wrong number. Just pick this up. Well, supposed to pick up an 11-0. And I'm going to go in through right here. Okay, so there is 3 gold seed beads. Now if you look, up here, we have 1, 2, 3 gold. Then we have the 3 pink. And then in front we're doing 3 gold again. Okay, coming out of this 11, I'm going to do my 4 15s again. Go through the point right here. Like that. 4 15s again. Through this gold seed bead that we added earlier. Gold seed bead again. Through this gold. So we're just going from gold to gold to gold seed bead, and we're adding in the 15s. And another gold, of course. Can't have too much gold. 4 15s through here. 4 15s through this gold. This makes the piece a lot more stable. I felt like this row that we just did here, it's pretty like that, right? but it still feels kind of floppy, and I feel like this last row made everything perfect. Ugh, I forgot to do my gold again. Okay, so there's this one little gap right there. It's so tiny, and you have to put an 11 over there. When I first designed this, I've done this pendant so many ways. If it seems like I'm really confused making this, that's because I have made this pendant like 10 different ways. It's crazy. I have changed so many things, and I knew that when I went to film this, I would see more things that I could change. And that was there with the bezel. I realized that I could have done another lap around and made the gold stand out. Okay, so there is my 4 going through this. We're almost halfway, and do you see how this is like an outline around here? It's making it look like a mandala. 4 15s again through this gold, and then a gold right here. Trying to find what looks plump. I did have what I was trying to say until I interrupted myself. I did have, where this gold's going, I did have 2 15s there, but it was making this ripple. It wasn't laying flat, and then I realized that I needed to just do 1 11, because 1 11 is smaller than 2 15s, and then it worked. Okay, 4 15s again. 4 15s again. Through here, and then I go back to my gold, but I just want to show you guys. Pull it tight. Look at how pretty. I'm gonna keep going all the way around. I really feel like this last row really just makes it perfect, because it is pretty like this, but it feels unfinished when I look at this side. When I look at that side, it's just right. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going, and I will be back. Okay, I've made it all the way around. I have my last 4, and I'm gonna go in through this 1 gold sea bead right here. And then I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna check my work, and then we'll move on to the next area. Okay, so that's what I have. Now the next part that's coming off here, we're going to do the 8mm Rivoli. That's also another section that I changed again. I changed it a few times last night when I was working on this. So hopefully I can remember it, and you know, if we have any problems, we're going to get through it. Don't worry, we're going to have problems, and you know, the struggle only makes us stronger, and it makes us stronger together. Okay, so I just went through, I was going through that 11, and I went through that 15. I'm going to pick up a 4mm, and then a 15, and an 11, a one chunky one. Those beads are stuck together. And then a 15, and then a 4. Like this. Slide those down. I'm going to go through this 15 and through that 11. Like this. Okay, and then I'm going to sew up through this 4 and through this 15 and this 11. Now this part here I question on whether or not I should reinforce it a second time, but I know that I will be going through these beads again. I only have one thread path on that side, and these are kind of sharp, so I do worry that my thread could break here. But if I go back through this, I'm going to go back through these again. I might have too many thread paths. So I think what I'm going to do is reinforce this again later. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 115. This might be confusing. I'm going to try my best to explain it. The That's how I talk. Don't be mean to me. I know it's explain, but it's no fun. I have a 15 and an 11, okay? And then I'm going to do 3 15s. An 11. 3 15s. An 11. Can I get these apart? Yes. Okay. There we go. 3 15s. An 11. 3 15s. 11. 3 15s. How many do I have? 5. I think I need another 11. Yeah, and I'm gonna slide this down. Let's see. So that is part of my grouping. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 6. So I need, I think it's 3 15s. Like that. Slide these down. So this might be confusing to you, but this part right here, that's going to be a point. Okay, actually it's going to be a flatted point, but that's just because it's how it's connected to the 4mm. And this here is what's going to be a circle. And you need to, for this Rivoli to bezel it, you need 6 11s and 6 groups of 3 15s. Just like that. Now I'm going to circle back around and I'm going to go through this 11. Like that. Okay? I'll bring this down here like that, hold it in place, pull my thread, and see how I have a circle? So see, there's going to be, it's kind of like a point right here. Okay, so I have this. Now I have to skip through, I have to skip over these 11-O's, these gold 11-O's. And this was the thing that I realized last night after I completed this whole design, that if I changed this one spot, this would work better for me. So I have not actually done this. I thought about it, and I'm doing it now with you guys. So I cannot tell you how many times I have altered this design. I've even altered it without even doing the work, just realizing it. It's what I'm doing right now. So skipping over that 11, I'm going to go through these 15s. Okay, pull this down, pull this tight, and this is going to make the 11s pop out. It's going to make our bezel stronger, because my bezel, when I did this last night, I didn't do this part. My Rivoli was trying to fall out the back side. Now I was using some cheapo thread because I like to experiment with the cheap stuff, because I cut the design up and remake it with you guys. I don't like wasting thread. So that could have also been why it fell apart. But I'm just going around the circle again, but skipping the 11s. Stop, pull those tight. It's going to make those pop out for us. There we go. It's also making this circle just a tad bit smaller so the Rivolis don't fall out. Okay. And then skip over that 11 there and go through these 3 15s. Okay, I now have this. I have to skip over this gold one also. Okay, because I've not done that yet. Don't forget to skip over that gold. Oh, come on. Through these 3. Okay, just like that. Pull this through. Pull this tight. So when I had first designed this part here I did have separate, but I didn't want to do it separate. I found it to be annoying to do separate pieces. Like if I'm making a bracelet and I have to do in sections, I will. But sometimes if I can avoid doing sections, I try to do all in one shot. Okay, so now I have this, and it's just like a puzzle, really. And as I go along, what I did last comes back to me. So now, I should show, that's what we have. Okay, we're going to connect this over here with 115. But now I have to go around and add my points. These points are going to be smaller. When I did this, I did 3 15s and 11. But this time I'm going to do 2 15s and then 11, 2 15s, like this, and I'm going to go through here, this gold bead. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about pointing that gold bead back out because we're going to go back around this again with pink. So 2 15s, a gold, 2 15s, through this gold, and I'm going to do this all the way around. 2 15s, an 11, 2 15s, through this 11, 2 15s, 11, 2 15s, through this 11. Okay, so now we're back where we started, and there's already a blue 15 right there. See that? I have 2 there. So this means I only need 1 instead of 2. And I'm going to go back through these 2 because I have to add a point here. So I'm going to go through, let's see, can I do this in one shot? I need to go through all of those. Wow, okay. Just like that. So you'll see how this comes together, like we never had a gap there or a missing bead. Just like that. Pick up 2 15s, my 11, 2 15s, okay, and then go through this gold. We should now have this. Alright, now we're going to add 2 pinks, 15 that is, my 11 and 2 pinks, like that. And just like we did the other bezel for the other Rivoli, the big one, I'm going to be stacking on top of these that are already there. Okay, just like that, into the next gold. 2 15s, my gold, 2 15s, through this gold, 2 15s, gold, 2 15s, right through here, 2 15s, gold, 2 15s, through here, okay, 2 15s, a gold. That bead is so wide. Let me get one. Okay. And then 2 15s. Like this. I'm going to go up through here, through this gold, and then stepping up through the 2 pink, and then coming out through this pink. Not pink, gold. Okay, stop, pull this tight. I'm going to pop these gold ones out because we're going to be hopping along them, going through those. So I'm just going to make those stand up for me. Okay, I have 2 more to fix. And this one here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to pick up, wait, in the right place? Yeah, okay. I'm coming out of this gold on the point. I'm going to pick up 3 blue, and then I'm going to go through this gold, Don't pull it tight. 3/15 again. Through the next gold. 3/15 through the next gold. 3/15. Okay, I'm going all the way around. This is going to be closing up the bezel for us. 3 again, through here, last row. Okay, we're going to put our stone in, drop it in, pull this tight. Okay, now it's not tight enough, our stone could still fall out, so I have to go around here a second time, but to make it tighter I have to skip the gold. So I'm gonna go through the blue. Okay, skip over the gold through the 3 blue. The thread is going in front of the gold, which is cinching this shut. So I have to do this all the way around. Oops. And don't drop your rivoli like I did that one time and break it. We do have extras in the box, but if you wanted, you do have enough materials. Well, you have enough of the crystals to make a second necklace, but you don't have enough of the 3mm. But if you have some in your stash, you could remake this a second time. Okay, just like that, going all the way around, skipping over that gold bead. Right here, trying to hold my rivoli in. And you can see where your thread's at. See my thread there? Okay. This is the last row right here. And it looks like I'm not coming out of the place that I needed to come out to add my veil, which really, well, no wait, that's not true. I have to go around again. Okay, I'm alright so far. I was worried I screwed up, but we'll see if I screwed up after I do the next area, because I'm going to be dropping down. Oh wait, alright, that's where I started. Okay, I'm going to take the needle, I'm going to go through this gold. Okay, and then I have to sew down through these 2 pinks. Oh, and if you want, you can stop and pull this tight. I've actually been pulling it tight the whole time. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's very secure. See, last time I didn't skip over those golds in the back and my stone was falling out the back, but I did do it on the top. So now I have it done on both sides. Our stone is staying in place. I'm going to take the needle, pass through these 15s. I'm going to go through this gold. Okay, and then I'm going to go through these 2 blue here. Also through this gold. Come on, I'll just go through the blue. Okay, and then through this right here. I'm going through this gold, and I'm also going to go through the blue. Through the 11 and the 15. Okay, this is what we have. It looks messy right now, but we're going to be doing some more to it because it's not good enough for me yet. It's not good enough. So I'm going to pick up a 15, an 11, and a 15. I'm doing blue, but if you want, you could do pink here, but I did like to have the blue being the main color, and then the 15 just being a little bit of the pink. So I'm doing blue, but you could do the pink here if you wanted. So there's my 3 beads. I'm going through those 3 beads again, going around here, and it's going to make this filled in more. Okay, so 15, 11, 15, going through these 3, like that. Again, 15, 11, 15 through these three. Oh, now you want to stand out. Only one of them is standing out though. Okay. Through this 15, the 11, and the 15. Just like that. Again, I'm going to be doing this all the way around. Okay, I'm up here on the top. I'm going to go through this 15 and through this 11. I created a new bail, which I've never done before, and I like this one a lot more than the other ones I've done in the past. Okay, so that's what I have. There's still another spot right there where we have to fill, but since I'm, you know, straight across, this is my last area that I can add this bail. It's best to do it now. And then when I get done with the bail, I add those beads. And then I sew back down, and I have to go out either this way or this way to add this again. Okay? So coming out the 11-0, I'm going to pick up 3 11-0s in my gold. Not 3. I'm going to pick up 5. Good grief. I'm picking up 5 11s. I'm going to sew back through this 11 here, making a circle. Okay. Now I forgot, I was also supposed to pass through this 15, so I'm going to go through that 15. Okay. Flip this over. I'm going to go up through this gold. I'm going to pick up a 15 and put it in between these two gold. Pull this snug, pick up another 15 and go in between it. These two gold, another 15 in between these two gold, and we are making a fancy bail. I really like this bail. Another 15 in between these two right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take and go through this 15. Can't see. I have to go through this 15, and then I'm going to go through the gold. Okay, and there we go. Look how perfect that is. Why haven't I thought of that right there in the past? You know why? Because I usually do 11s, and I don't use 15s very often, so that maybe that's why I haven't thought about it. But I could do in the future, if I have the same color in 11 and 15, I could make a bail like that. Okay, so I only have 2 thread pass through here, and I think I should do a third. So I'm going to go through just the gold ones to reinforce this. All the way around. Okay, through this gold, and I have to come out the 15, because remember there's this area where we have to add the rest of our seed beads. Pull it tight, and there we go. It's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a 15, a gold, 11, and a 15. like that. Now I have to go through, where is it at? Right here, through this bead. Okay, make sure you could see this. So I'm skipping over the 15, the 11, and 15. I'm going through these. Okay, pull that tight, and now that's continuous all the way around. And by the way, if you want to, you can stop right here and you have an earring. So actually, this design I'm showing you, earlier I said after we got done with the Rivoli that could be a ring. Okay, but we're actually making a necklace. Right now, it could be earrings, so you have several pieces you can make here. And I'm going to continue on because I really like this as a necklace, and I'm going to shoot across, reposition my needle, so we can redo this whole thing again in another place. So let's see, where am I at? Right there. So I have to reposition. I'm going to sew down through all of these seed beads, as many as I can. I'm working on the back side because I could see better. Okay, through these three here, and this is actually going to be, let me see, hopefully I have this right. How many thread paths do I have? There's one there, and there is two here. Okay, so this is awesome. So this is my second thread path that I'm having through here. So this is going to be good. I don't have to reinforce that again. So I have 2 threads on this side and 2 on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to go through these seed beads here. And there we go, that's finished. Like I said, earring, that would be a really epic earring. Yes, a lot of work too. I'm going in this direction, so I'm gonna go over here to this point to add this again, right here, to make it into a necklace. So I'm gonna go through all of these 15s, through these. Wait a second, do I have to go? Yes, I do. I have to go through these 3 gold. There's one. And I have to do one at a time because of the angle that I'm at. Through this gold. Through these 15s. Through this gold. And then these 15s here. I almost did this necklace in silver, but it seems like gold is just so popular right now. Okay, and I almost attached this part here to this part right here, to this gold. I've changed so many things in this. I'm almost there. See? I'm trying to get over here to that point. Through this gold. Through these 4 15s. My needle's getting shorter and I have too much slack here, so I have to slide my needle down. I did that because I was working with such a long thread, it makes it easier. Okay, coming out here, I'm going to go through this gold and through the 115. Alright, so I'm going to be leaving you here because you are going to be repeating this same exact thing that we did here over here. It's not going to be any different. You're going to be following the same steps. So it would be really silly of me to refilm this because it would probably take another 30 minutes for me to do just that side. But it's going to be very simple. You're going to be starting it just like we did before, just like this. Okay, going through these here. I really don't even have to show you this because it's the same exact thing, but I just want to, because before I've had people get mad at me and they were just being ridiculous. They weren't listening what I was saying, okay? And then I sew up through the purple just like on the other side. Okay, and I think that I went out all 3 of these, I think. I hope I'm continue on. I'm going to finish doing this until it looks like this side. And once I come back, when I come back and I have both sides all done, I'll show you how to finish this off. Isn't that... I just thought of something else. Before I made this into a necklace, I realized at first when I made this, I'm like, I could do a ring. And then like, no, I think I want to do a pendant. So I kept going, and then I got this, okay? And then I added this on there, and I'm like, that would be a cute earring. And then I actually thought, instead of doing a necklace, I want to do this on this side and make it into a bracelet. So this is one of those designs. Sometimes I make designs where you could use the same thing in all jewelry pieces. Instead of just a one piece, you could do multiple pieces. So if you want to, if you don't want to do this into a necklace, you could have stitched all the way around here, come out here, and add this again right here. And you would follow the video of me doing this again, but you're going to be doing it on the complete opposite side over here to make this into a bracelet. And then you would just attach a gold chain, you know, here and on the other side, of course, when you have that done. So there's another idea for you guys. Okay, I am back, and look at it. It's actually very small. Like, look at my fingers compared to it. It's a pretty small piece. It's very feminine, dainty. Anyways, thank God at the beginning I was listening to my intuition and I did a 4-inch tail here instead of doing a 6, because I would have had this much thread left, like an inch. And whenever I've done that before in the past, I had a really small amount. What I would do is I would tie knots best I could, okay? Actually, you can undo it a bit. Like, the last beads I put in was up here, so after I passed that last bead, I could have started tying a couple knots, okay? And then I would actually add in another thread, maybe even like a foot, and just do some reinforcing where the thread's short at to make it stronger. That's something I've done in the past, so I had no other choice but to cut it apart. And I didn't want to cut it apart because I had so much time and work put into it. So I did that, and it still makes a very strong piece just by doing what I said. Alright, so this area here, remember earlier I was unsure when I did this side if I should have passed through it 3 times because I was worried about those beads. Well, I did pass through it 3 times, and I was able to fit through the 15s. That's what I was worried about, because I had to go through those 15s again, there and there, and it fit. I didn't have a problem. So that's also why my thread's a little bit shorter, because I went through there. Now I have not tied any knots yet, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie my knots in the outer edge here. I'm going to pass through these 15s. I'm coming out the same spot that I came out of earlier, by the way. Remember when I came out there? And I said that you're going to want to weave through there, and then I added those beads, and I told you to continue on. Well, I'm coming out right there, okay, and I'm going to tie my knot. I'm going to go underneath here, make a loop, and pass through it twice. Okay, bring that knot down, pass through another bead. I think I'll try and tie another knot because my thread is short. Go through that bead, tie another knot, try to tie as many as I can because I do have some short thread here, and pass the excess thread through here. I've even run out of thread, like when I have a short tail like this and I'm really trying to finish my piece. If I have like an 1.5 inch thread, what I'll do is I'll pass my needle through like this, okay, just to weave my tail through. So say you have like an 1.5 inch of thread left, okay, because it's very short. You just want to weave your tail through the piece because it's you're not able to tie many knots. So what I do is I'll pass through like that, okay, and then I'll take my thread, let's pretend that it's super short, okay, it's like that long. I'll take my thread and I'll pass it through, and then I'll pull it through the rest of the piece. Get what I'm saying? Okay, now over here On the back side, what I have to do here, when I get done with my working tail, I have to put my needle on here. I'm going to pass through, I'm coming out of the gold, going in that direction. See? I'm going to put my needle on and pass through these beads here, and then I'm going to go through this gold, and I'm going to tie knots in this row where the purple and gold is. And I might be flipping this over, working, you know, looping my thread. I showed you guys how to tie knots so many times. But yeah, I will be tying this tail off in the purple, the 4mm and the 11/0 gold seed beads going around in a circle. So that's it. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. There's so many ways you can change this piece to make it work for you. I think it really would have been awesome if I did do this into a bracelet, and maybe I should have had this connected over here. Now remember, in the box, if you get the box, I hope you do, because you're going to be so happy to make this ring and this here, you can do a matching bracelet, and you won't have enough of the 3mm beads, and I'm not sure about the 4mm. I would have to go back and count those. But if you wanted to make a set, you could just go on to beadingschool.com and buy, you know, these beads individually, or maybe you already have them in your stash and you can make a matching bracelet by connecting this over here, do earrings like that, and just do the center there for the ring. You can make an entire set. It would be really gorgeous. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm sorry it was so long, but this is a class, so it is expected to take some time. I hope that you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and check me out on social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.